6. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Cook now off the read option. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's the option, running right. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. On 2nd down, Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. Following the fumble recovery, Goff trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Cook now off the read option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Cousins now on 2nd down. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in a win over Chicago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Lions at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is Swift on the counter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4, Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. But Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Goff now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Right back to Swift again on second down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. 2nd and 8 coming up. Goff now looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Play action, it's Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 78 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Final play of the half. Cousins. Touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a give right side Swift. to about the 40-yard line. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. They'll run right here with Swift. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. Brown.
Gone. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again. Five interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run the counter with Cook. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action now. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. motion goes the tight end. Fourth down, Cousins. And this is caught, Jennings. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, here's Cousins. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. In motion right is the tight end. Again, it's Cook. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They'll run for it. Cook. And this time he is in. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Right back to Swift again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at 32-yard line.
Here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Complete. Jefferson the target. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it. From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. Now Goff. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel. Totally.
Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner.